My name is Ryan. I've been here for about 11 months now. I heard about the Sodo program through actually work release. I was in work release, and then my counselor there got me into the Sodo program. At first I didn't want to go because I thought it'd just be like a waste of time, little summer thing, but ended up not being.
The Sodo project is a trades-related training program for young adults ages 18 to 24. Primary target are young adults that have been out of the mainstream schools for a long period of time and are looking for work.
Almost everybody will get something out of this class, no matter what job you're going to aim at.
They started us out with like basic safety stuff, first aid, CPR.
We had to get like our OSHA cards.
Falls and scaffolding, tool safety, all of the basic things.
It helped me expect more of what actually goes on in the workplace.
They helped us with resumes, taught us how to make them, what was needed in them, and what made you look good.
We had a lot of hands-on, so it wasn't just sitting in the class and just listening to the instructor talk all day.
After they complete 4 to 5 weeks of training, they are placed into an internship.
It might be being a mason, it might be building things.
Then when they leave at the end of the internship, they have all these skills that they can now put on their resume, and if they do a good job, then the supervisor can also be used as a reference for later in their employment search.
I'm Jay Glazek, president of Western Neon. We are a custom sign manufacturer, and to this point we've taken on 3 interns.
Brian with Balancing Service Company provided placement for 3 interns.
My name is Michael Grabham. I'm with a Finnish company. So we've had a half a dozen interns, but we've hired 4 of those people.
Bert Chabet, Vice President of Finance of Washington Chain and Supply. We've had 3 now.
Doug Dixon, General Manager of Pacific Fishermen Shipyard.
Nick Perovich, I'm the Service Manager at MC Electric Vehicles.
I'm Craig Beerling, and this is CDL Recycle.
My name's Matt Bailey, I'm the President of Bailey Roofing. I've actually had 3, and they've all, worked out pretty well.
I think it's a great program. I'd highly recommend it for any kid, and I'd recommend it for employers too.
I'm Jerron Horde. I'm 20 years old. I was in the Sodo program, and I work at Brace Point, which is the company that I interned in. I am actually currently working at now as a full-time employee. In the shop, I work on windows for the Space Needle, railings for Marysville High School. We are making our pipes for Marysville. Right here is where these pipes get bent. I'll show you here. With this, it's been like a real tremendous great experience. Every day that I work here, I feel like I gain something new, that I get taught something useful. It's not working a repetitive job. When you're not working, the same thing over and over again, it's learning something that you never knew before. The coolest thing about working at Brace Point, the coolest stuff that I'm doing now, would most likely be the windows for the Space Needle. These right here are actually going to be the base for the windows for the arms of the Space Needle. In my family, we have worked on it previously, so it's an honor to get to do that. Also, on top of that, have the ability to go up and view the work that I did get put into the Space Needle. You go out and you can build something, or you can build something inside the shop, and when you go out, you can tell your friends, hey, I built that, or I know how to do that.
Somebody's doing a major repair to a large motor, a large pump impeller, we can balance them in our shop. That's what the interns participated in, was the shop portion of our company. The 3 that we had all worked great. They all accomplished it, did it, and did a good job. So they just followed the lead of the fellows that were working with them in the shop, because we don't, there's no regiment, there's no daily schedule. It changes by the minute. We had them doing a little painting and sweeping if we didn't have anything going on, but otherwise they were learning something. They just stepped them through, and then all 3 of the interns were balancing. A couple of them were very good welders. They were welding weights on. They were assisting all the way to the end result. As an employer, I would recommend it just because it reminds everybody of, when we all started out, so to speak, and everybody needs a little hand up or some help, and there's just no detriment to the employer having them here, To me, that would be just no-brainer, no rocket science required. I mean, if I was an intern, I'd sign up.
What we do up on the line is hard work, and it actually takes a lot more concentration and focus. It's very physical.
The pay is good in roofing. Pay is good in any construction, but you're earning it. It's not where you're collecting an hourly wage, sitting behind a desk. Some people are cut out for it, some people are not.
Some of the interns do quite well, and some it's really clearly not where they're at with what they want to do for the rest of their life.
I took full advantage of it. I focused, and I was fortunate enough to make a good impression to where they hired me on full time.
Just give them an opportunity, and then it's up to them. Our first one came, made it about half a day, and came up with an excuse to go home, and that's the last we saw of them. The second one came in and was ready and willing to work. He took everything we threw at him, didn't complain, just showed up on time every day. It wasn't our intent to hire him at the end of the program, although we did.
Before this, I hadn't had any jobs working here. It's a pretty great start.
We're sorry to see some of them go. They start to become part of the crew.
We kind of work together as a family because if somebody drops the ball, it affects everybody. It's not just you who's losing money because you didn't hold up your end. You become part of a team. I think all the interns learn that while they're here.
Well, like Juan, he left a few months ago, and he learned, he really learned how to install cabinets. He really learned how to paint and how to prep and how to do some of those things in the painting world. He's valuable. I would hire him back. He has skills.
They get to see a side of business that I think a lot of young adults don't get to see. And it's nice to show them something that is available out here.
The Sodo program did teach me about a lot of the trades, and the one that stood out to me more was painting. I do want to be a painter, yeah.
All three of the interns that we had so far left with a lot more knowledge than they probably thought they were going to get.
It was something that we wanted to do as a company.
In a program like this, lots of students find the way to turn their life around.
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
I think it's a valuable program, and the ones that get it, it's invaluable for them.
I like the program, and I like having some guys come in that learn things, and you never know where that's going to take you. You have to start somewhere.
You get to try these guys out and see, what they're made out of. King County helps you with their salary, which is great for the employers. For the employees, by the same token. It just makes sense,
It was got to the point where it's really a no-brainer. It's nothing out of pocket, just some of our time.
I was pleasantly surprised at the guys we had because they were diligent, had a good work ethic.
I think it's a great program. I'd highly recommend it for any kid, and I'd recommend it for employers too. I think it's great for me as an owner. It's great for us because we're getting young kids, we're giving back to the community. Once in a while we get a great kid like a Juan who's really beneficial. He helps us as much as he's learning himself.
It's a win-win situation. It's a win for the employers. It's a win for the trainees. And I think it's a win for King County.